big changes are coming to Mortal Kombat 1. The developers themselves said it's gonna be exciting. So yesterday, I asked you all what changes would be best for Mortal Kombat 1, and by the Elder Gods, that's a lot of replies. Thank you to everyone who answered the call, and I want everyone watching this video to do the same. Comment below which changes you want the most for Mortal Kombat 1. I have my own ideas too that will be covered later in this video. So if you enjoyed today's content, make sure to leave a like, and without any further ado, let's begin. One of the most common requests was getting customization slots, having the ability to save multiple looks for your character to choose from before starting the match. This idea is fantastic and should definitely be added to the game because there's so many costumes. In fact, I think Mortal Kombat 1 might have more unique costumes than Mortal Kombat 11 does at this point. For example, I think Melina has 15 costumes or more at this point. That's a lot of costumes, and for most characters, it's approaching the double digits. Then you have Baraka with like 3 costumes. Poor guy. But for most characters, there's tons of costumes, and yet we're locked into one costume and gear piece for the character. Whenever we go to Combat League or casual matches, even for invasions, we're locked into that one look, and that should change. Because why give players so many options for their character when they're locked in? NetherRealm needs to let players choose their look on the fly, just like Mortal Kombat 11 did. Because why not? I love this idea, and NetherRealm should definitely do it. The next big request was new game modes, mainly 1v1 and also tag team. That's right, for anyone not aware, this game has tag team, technically. You just need mods to access it, but the mode is there. It's in the game files. Likely because the developers themselves used it to test the game and then just left it there hidden later on. So like, why not just unhide it so everyone can use it? Make no mistake, it's not balanced or finished, but still very fun. Look at the cool stuff you can do in the tag team mode. It's in Mortal Kombat 1 already. And honestly, NetherRealm should just let us use it for a fun side mode. Very similar to tag team in Mortal Kombat 9. Nobody thought that tag team was for tournaments, alright? It was clearly for fun, nobody took it super seriously. And NetherRealm could do the same with Mortal Kombat 1. Unlock the tag team and just let us use it in separate casual modes. Keep in mind, it would take almost no effort to do this. It's already in the game, just unhide it. However, what about 1v1 mode, as in no cameo characters at all? Because many players online are asking for that feature too. So I think adding this feature now would be a smart move, because the game is nearly complete anyways. There is a new update coming and possibly more patches after that, but still, we know the game is winding down. There's not going to be more characters, NetherRealm already confirmed that, no new story mode either. So now is the best time to add a 1v1 mode, because people have not stopped asking about it. It's been almost 2 years and players are still complaining about the cameos in Mortal Kombat 1. So yeah, adding a 1v1 mode would be a smart move, and I don't understand why NetherRealm hasn't done it yet, honestly. Make a separate ranked mode just for 1v1 matches. It can't be that hard. I understand the fatal blows and the combo breaker animation would have to be tweaked a little bit, but as someone who's programmed games myself in the past, it can't be that difficult. Next up, let's talk about character adjustments, because one more major thing players are asking for is balance adjustments. Players want the weak characters to get buffed and the stronger characters to get nerfed. Well, the overpowered characters, namely the top 3, Cyrax, T-1000, and Homelander. These characters are very popular at tournaments and also online, which I think is a bigger deal because most players don't go to tournaments. Instead, they're playing ranked matches or casual sets, and almost everybody is playing one of these 3 characters, which in my opinion is a problem because variety is the biggest strength of a fighting game. You have this full roster of characters, but we don't see them online because the same 3 or 5 characters are way too good. Now, as to how you should nerf these characters, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe Cyrax should have lower health and limit how many bombs she can have on screen at once, because I was playing my buddy Mountain Dew the Joker recently, and I swear at some points he had 5 bombs on screen, and that's just way too many. I think just 2 bombs is more than enough, but maybe that's overkill in the nerfing department. But next up, let's talk bottom tiers. Tanya, Peacemaker, and Raiden, and Baraka. All of these characters need some sauce, in my honest opinion. After all the nerfs, Peacemaker feels really boring and super limited, so maybe a new move could be cool for him. Along with Raiden and Baraka, these characters feel super limited. I'm hoping that Raiden could maybe combo after his overhead, that would be neat. And for Baraka, just make his bleed damage better and easier to do. That's the main fix I think he needs. Let Baraka bleed the opponent without having to spend a meter. That would be a great change. Then for Tanya, I just think she needs some overheads, honestly. They can't be reacted to. She only has a low attack, and after that it's all block pressure, but her best string was made terrible terrible on block, and even with Goro she's not safe anymore, which means the opponent can just wait against Tanya until it's their turn and then just bully her. So I think Tanya needs some sauce, maybe even a command grab or something, an unblockable that actually scares the opponent. Because with cameos, most characters can combo off their throw, but Tanya it's kind of difficult, so yeah, she needs some sauce. However, real quick, I just want to say, after reading through all the replies on Twitter, many players have no clue what they're talking about. They either want the good characters buffed, like Homelander and Ermac. I saw a lot of Reptile buffs requested too, but Reptile is a good character. He's not great, like top 10 or anything, but Reptile is good where he's at, honestly. So yeah, lots of players don't know what they're talking about and wanted to nerf the weak characters too. They were saying nerf Peacemaker, nerf Tanya, nerf Omni-Man, and then some of their ideas for buffing attacks were really funny too. So I just gotta say, a lot of people have no clue how to fix this game, but they do want it to be improved, so that's a step in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? At least their heart's in the right place. And believe it or not, some players were even asking about the cameos. They want the top tiers to be nerfed. For example, Janet Cage, Tremor, and Movado are a bit too good, way too much utility. Although in my opinion, Tremor is the only character who needs to be nerfed. He's got a glitch right now where you can summon him on hit, which is way too strong, and also he gives your character a health buff, which doesn't make any sense. He should nerf your health for sure, because once again, his utility is just way too good. Then for the other cameos who are less popular, like Frost, they need some sauce, right? Something cool that makes them interesting to use. Because some players will use a character just because they like that character, and the cameos are no different, but the problem is they're not saucy enough. In hindsight, it would have been better if cameos could only do one specific thing, right? Like this cameo is the anti-zoner, this cameo is the rushdown, this cameo is the grappler. But NetherRealm didn't do that. Instead, they gave every cameo a bit of everything. So now it's time to go even further with that and just make every cameo good. And of course, tone down certain other cameos. Like Sector I think is too good right now. I love the missile being useful, but right now it's just way too good. And you get the idea. Players are asking for cameos to be adjusted because some players do actually enjoy the cameo system, or at least know that it's mandatory, right? It's gonna be there no matter what. Alright, to end this video today, I wanted to talk about my opinions on Mortal Kombat 1, on what could be added to improve the game. And in my previous video, I mentioned a couple of ideas already. I don't want to retread that ground too much. So today, let's talk about the Fatal Blow power-ups, for lack of a better term, because NetherRealm actually never named this stuff. In a recent update, Melina and Baraka were given an entirely new move that nobody else in the game has, where they can trade their Fatal Blow for a powered-up state. So in other words, instead of doing their Fatal Blow, they enter a powered-up state that uses the Fatal Blow status. Once either character is low on life, they can enter this powered-up state, either mid-combo or do it raw, and they keep this powered-up state for a short period of time. I love this idea and think that other characters should have it, if not every character in the roster. That would be sick. Now, of course, the issue is how do you balance it and also make it unique to each character, because while Baraka and Melina both got this move, it behaves very differently for each character. Baraka can now cancel his special moves into other special moves, which is really cool. However, Melina's ability is arguably better. She can cancel pretty much any normal attack into any other normal attack and string, while also canceling her size into each other, which makes the combos ridiculous and the mix-ups ridiculous too. To this day, I'm not sure why Melina got a better version of this power-up when Baraka was way lower on the tier than she was. Don't get me wrong, Melina has some real problems, especially when it comes to flawless blocking and delayed wake-up. She struggles a lot against players who know what they're doing. But then you have Baraka, who struggles at every level of play unless you're fighting certain characters, like Cyrax, ironically enough. Yeah, that's right, the best character in the game right now, Cyrax, has a tough matchup against Baraka, but that's just how fighting games go sometimes. It doesn't mean that Baraka does not need buffs. He absolutely does. It just so happens he has a winning matchup against Cyrax. But alright everyone, there you have it. Straight from the community's mouth, the changes that we all want for Mortal Kombat 1, myself included. However, I was only covering Twitter for this video. Make your voices heard in the comments down below. Grab that keyboard, let me know your thoughts. If you have any ideas or theories on how to make Mortal Kombat 1 a better game, let me know. Whether it's new game modes or new features for characters or simply buffs and nerfs. Any and all of that in the comments section would be really cool to hear about. Although one more tweet I saw a lot was costumes, right? For the cameos or the main characters, that would also be really cool as well. However, I don't think NetherRealm's gonna do it. Mainly because they're working on the next game right now, most likely, which means those creative people that make the costumes are working on new character designs for that upcoming game. So as a result, I don't think we're getting new costumes anytime soon, but hey, anything could happen. I just wanted to mention that for today's video. Whatever you comment down below is up to you, but I would say don't comment asking for costumes because that's most likely not gonna happen. Thanks for watching everyone, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like down below. It helps the channel out a ton. run. And then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.